Steady, deep focus, electronic, one and a beat, work full flow. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm and dynamics only. Steady, deep focus, electronic, one away, 1, 2, 4, beat, repeat them. Time kick, meter, plus control bass, minimal tweaks, clean, modern mix, no dramatic drops. Steady, deep focus, electronic, but 108, 1, 2, 4 BPM. Tight kick, meter, plucks, control bass, minimal tweaks, clean, modern mix, no dramatic drops.
The neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only.
Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog, bass, herbs in the past, cinematic rhythm meta. From me.
Synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog, bass, herbs in the past, cinematic rhythm meta. Dynamics only.
Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog, bass, herbs in the past, cinematic rhythm meta. From me. After dark, lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and rhythm, and mix only.
Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog, bass, arms, pep, cinematic rhythm, cinematic rhythm.
Drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog, bass, drums, and cinematic with Bentley, top line.
A neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only.
Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog, bass, arms, and packs, cinematic, top line.
Drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog, bass, arms, and packs, cinematic with the top line.
City driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, rhythm. synth pop 96 116 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with rhythmatics only. Night drive synth pop 96 166 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with rhythmatics only. Night drive synth pop 96 116 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with animatic with only.
After dark, the lyrics express the persona, the melody, rhythm and dynamics only.
Night drive synth pop 96 116 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with frontline. Neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm and dynamics only.
Night drive synth pop 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, ups and cinematic with doom or rhythmatics only. Night drive synth pop 96 116 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with the top line. Night drive synth pop 96 116 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with the top line.
Synth pop 96 116 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with new melody line.
Flow, no lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm and dynamics only. Steady, deep focus, electronic, platonic 124 BPM, tight kick, plugs, control bass, minimal motifs, clean, modern mix, no dramatic drops.
Express the persona through melody, rhythm and dynamics only. Night drive synth pop 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, ups and pads, cinematic with dramatic only. Drive synth pop 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, ups and pads, cinematic with dramatic only. Cruising after dark, I will express the persona through melody, rhythm, with dynamics only.
Night drive
synth pop 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with and top line.
Driver cruising after dark. The lyrics press the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only.
Night drive, synth pop, 96 120 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, the cinematic with the night.
Night drive synth pop 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads.
A neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics press the persona through melody, rhythm and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 160 BPM, the punchy drum machine, analog bass, ups and pads, cinematic with one mix. Synth pop 96 1C BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with a neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only.
After dark, no lyrics, press the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Me.
Night drive, synth pop, 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with the top line.
Night drive, synth pop, 96 1C BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with boom, never know, the dynamics. Dynamics, my neon, big city driver. Cruising after dark, no lyric, never the dynamics, only. Let me
lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Steady deep focus, electronic 124 BPM, tight kick, muted plugs, control bass, minimal motifs, clean modern mix, no dramatic drops. Driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with mathematics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with mathematics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with mathematics only. City driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics. Dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, and all the bass, arps and pads, cinematic with night. After dark, no lyrics express the persona, melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pad, cinematic with it. Night drive, synth pop, 96106 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic window. City driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic number 9. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with that top line. Neon city driver, cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM,
punchy drum machine, analog bass, herb, sympathetic, cinematic with did not top line. Synth pop 96.6 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, herb, sympathetic, cinematic with did not top line.
Steady deep focus, electronic tonal 124 BPM, tight kick, muted books, control bass, minimal, but tease, clean out mix, no dramatic drops.
Focus, electronic button, W124 BPM, tight kick, muted plugs, control bass, minimal, Matisse, clean modern mix, no dramatic drops. Discipline, make a really perfect beat. No lyrics express the persona, the melody, rhythm, and dynamics only.
Cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only.
Night drive, synth pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pots, somatic and rhythm, and then dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass and pads, cinematic with rhythm, diplomatic.
Only on the dynamics only.
Diplomatic.
Only on the dynamics only.
Diplomatic.
Only on the dynamics only.
Steady deep focus, electronic bum tiny with 124 BPM, tight kick, muted pucks, control bass, minimum motifs, clean modern mix, no dramatic drops. Control bass, minimum motifs, clean modern mix, no dramatic drops. A neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop 96.6 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads, cinematic with you, well not delay. Synth pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads, cinematic with you. Night drive, synth pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads, cinematic with top line.
Driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Person about 96.1 safe BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, and half cinematic with somatic only. On dynamics only. Drug synth pop 96.1
drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, surfs and pads. Cinematic with matic only.
Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, surfs and pads. Cinematic with money only. Dynamic with money. Dynamic with money. Dynamic with money. After dark, no lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, ups and pads. Cinematic with the top line.
Driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, burps and pads. Cinematic with the top line.
Synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads. Cinematic with the then top line.
Another mate sounding. Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, ups and pads. Cinematic with the then top line. Another mate sounding.
Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads. Cinematic with the then top line.
Another mate sounding.
Cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only.
Night drive, synth pop, 9616 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads. Cinematic with lead, rhythm, and dynamics only.
No lyrics express the persona through melody, and dynamics focus to the turning point, water 114 BPM, tight kick near the bumps, control bass, minimal with bass, clean bottom, takes slow dramatic prompts. bass with an all of these clean water bass tones. Dramatic groups.
Neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, dynamics only. Night drive synth pop 96.1 city BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups and bad cinematic with this dramatic top line. Cruising after dark, no lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive synth pop 96.6 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups and bad cinematic with top line. Night drive synth pop 96.6 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups and bad cinematic with top line. No lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drops in part 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups and bad cinematic, dramatic with line. Drives and pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups and bad cinematic with dramatic with line. Dramatic with line. Dramatic with line. Lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics, text the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive synth pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups and pads, cinematic with dope with a top line. Cruising after dark, lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drives in pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups, bad cinematic with the top line. Night drives in pop 96.1 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass ups, bad cinematic with the top line.
express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 BPM, punchy drum. An analog bass, verse and padded cinematic with tonal. Dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 BPM, punchy drum machine. Analog bass, verse and padded with tonal. Dynamics only. Dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 BPM, punchy drum. An analog bass, verse and padded cinematic with tonal. Dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 BPM, punchy drum machine. Analog bass, unpadded, cinematic with domatic. Dynamics only.
No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Steady beat, focus, electronic, Polandoe, 114 BPM, play kick the muted parts, control bass, minimal motifs, clean modern mix, no dramatic drops. Electronic, Polandoe, 114 BPM, play kick the muted plugs, control bass, minimal motifs, clean modern mix, no dramatic drops.
BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arms and padded, cinematic, night drive, synth pop, 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic, romantic rhythm, and dynamics only. BPM, body drum machine, analog bass, arms and pads, cinematic with rhythm and all. Neon-lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads, cinematic with you. Will know me, dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, herbs and pads, cinematic with you. When dynamics. Lit city driver cruising after dark. No lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, and dynamics only. Night drive, synth pop, 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, ups and pads, cinematic with it, a lot, no. Night drive, synth pop, 96 160 BPM, punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with blend. After no lyrics express the persona through melody, rhythm, together.
and dynamics only.
Night drive synth pop 96.1 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, knobs and pads, cinematic with dual metal.
Night drive synth pop 96.1 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with dual metal mix. Only.
No lyrics express the persona, rhythm and dynamics only. Night drive synth pop 96.1 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with the melody, rhythm and dynamics only. Night drive synth pop 96.1 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with the melody, rhythm and dynamics. Night drive synth pop 96.6 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps, cinematic with the melody. Steady, deep focus, electronic pointed on the beat. 124 BPM, tight kick, muted plugs, control bass. Minimum what's east, clean, modern mix, no dramatic drops. Steady, deep focus, electronic, pointed on it, 124 BPM, tight kick, muted plugs, control bass, minimum motifs, clean modern mix, no dramatic drops.
City driver cruising at the dock. No lyrics express the persona, the melody, rhythm and dynamics only. Night drive synth pop 96.1 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with the dead top line. Night drive synth pop 96.1 BPM. Punchy drum machine, analog bass, arps and pads, cinematic with the dead top line.